Okay. Hello everyone, Dragon Good Fucking Gaming here, and as I promised, part 2 of this reaction was coming up. I didn't have enough storage to record this thing fully, that's why I had split in 2 parts. This is part 2 of 2. Probably should have figured that out by the time. I just got done telling them I was recording. Okay. And now, let's get started.
Story. And based on the evidence that we have leading up to this new game's reveal, I actually think it's going to be a bit of both. Let me explain here. As we all know at this point, once you beat Bendy the first time through, you get yourself a chance to play through the game again, only this time you're using your lens of truth to see all the secret messages that are
What? I got done telling him this.
Sprinkled across the walls and floors of Joey Drew Studios across the entire game, not just in the last chapter. And from the opening hallway, already things start getting weird. It becomes immediately clear that you're stuck in some sort of loop, as evidenced by the tally marks that you see along the right-hand wall. Add up those tally marks, though, and you get yourself 414. So apparently we've already gone through Joey Drew Studios 414 times. It seems like it's an arbitrary number, right? No. It's not. The teaser for the new game was officially uploaded onto the Joey Drew Studios YouTube channel on April 14th. 414. That's not all. In the lead up to this big reveal of the new game, that same channel has been uploading audio logs from various moments throughout the studio's history. From those logs, you can actually construct a timeline of events. Bendy's premiere back in 1929, the studio growing in 1931, Alice Angel's premiere in 1932, the first appearance of the Butcher Gang in 1935, troubles with Bendyland in 1940, and the Ink Machine going in and really taking over the studio in 1943. But then there's this one final audio recording, one that combines all the audio of everything that came before, but then introduces us to a whole new voice.
So what can you expect in the coming months? He's always watching. How very interesting. Such knowledge.
The listed date of that recording, April 14th, questionable year, 414. Again. So very clearly, the game's developers are setting up a connection between the time loop that Henry finds himself trapped in and this new character who's researching the ink machine and the people who were connected to it to uncover the secrets behind the studio. This also isn't the first time that we're hearing about whoever this mysterious observer is. Before Chapter 5 was released, a series of 3 audio recordings were uploaded onto that channel, each one labeled question mark, question mark, question mark. Remember, at this point in the story, Henry has just met Perfect Alice and Angel and Cyboris and was being held their prisoner, which is where Chapter 5 begins. These audio recordings were made by Henry during that imprisonment phase.
If anyone finds this, my name is Henry, and I'm trapped far below Joey Drew Studios.
And while most of what he says across the other clips isn't particularly interesting, no offense, Henry, I know you had nothing better to do. You were stuck in an underground prison in an imaginary ink world, maybe. Who knows? He does make one odd comment that bears repeating here.
There's crazy things happening down here. Monsters, demons, angels. But there's more. There's a secret hiding in the shadows. I just feel like I'm being watched. There's something at work here.
Demons and angels are clearly references to Bendy and Alice. So what is this other thing? This thing that's listening to him? How is he being watched? It seems very clear that his fears in this audio recording are actually setting up and connected to this new observing character. So who is this person? Well, in the aftermath of the teaser's release, some people online have speculated that it might be Bendy himself, learning to talk or something like that, but I would disagree with that conclusion. You see, on the official Bendy Twitter account for the last 2 months, they've been tweeting out a letter a day leading up to this reveal. If you put those letters together, like a grand old game of Wheel of Fortune, we get ourselves this message. Benevolent demon, someone has reawakened the dark. The fact that this phrase is being directed at Bendy and references someone else doing this reawakening indicates that Bendy probably isn't the one in question here. Taking it another step further, the phrase benevolent demon seems to be coming from Sammy Lawrence. He's the only one who not only sees Bendy as a force for good, but also speaks in this sort of biblical heightened language.
For our Lord is calling to us, my little sheep. The time of sacrifice is at hand.
However, think back to the first game. Over the course of Henry's story, we see Sammy go from being a devotee of Bendy
But the believers must honor their savior.
to being completely disillusioned with Bendy. Which, can you blame the guy? I mean, he just keeps getting killed at the hands of the god that he was just making sacrifices to. So the fact that he's back to calling Bendy a benevolent demon seems to indicate that this actually might be a Sammy from an earlier part of the timeline. Or, should I say, an earlier part of the story loop. A time before he gets fed up with Lord Bendy ignoring his sacrifices of candles and bowls of soup. Also notice in this phrase that he's using the word reawakened the dark, which would imply that the dark has been awake before. If the dark is in fact ink, then the ink machine is probably coming to life again after years of being turned off. Lastly, let's talk about this final shot of the teaser, the one that bludgeoned me to death at the top of this episode. The jump scare here definitely goes quickly, but if you slow it down and you brighten it up a little bit, the figure actually takes the shape of the Piper, one of the three members of the Butcher Gang. You'll notice the ear, the hairline, that elongated face right there. Now, the Butcher Gang, to me, might be one of the most interesting unsolved mysteries from the original game. I mean, they're treated just like a normal enemy spawn, but stop and actually look at these guys. These creatures have clearly been twisted and tortured, their bodies mutilated and dismembered, and then reassembled together. Every other character in this game is either like an ink blob or some version of an existing cartoon character, but these three have been remixed in mutilated ways, with body parts that have been removed and added, and heads and ears swapped positions, mouths sewn shut. And again, while this might just be noisy data, just some really cool, creepy designs for these characters, I don't think that's the case. There is clearly a backstory to these three particular characters, and that's proven by looking at the design of the Fisher. You see that? He says right on his belt, liar. A sign that is written in and branded in that he's a liar. That's not a fashion accessory that you're walking around with there, friend. Clearly, this isn't just an imperfection of the ink process. They're being punished for something that they did when they were human. And let's be clear, even though they do spawn a bunch of times throughout the game, they were human at one point. Or at least a subset of them were. Well, yes, many of them do melt back into the ink when they're beaten. Many of them don't, as evidenced by Alice Angel's little morgue here in Chapter 3. These guys are dead, but their bodies have remained intact, which means that at one point in time, they did in fact possess a human soul. The other interesting thing about the Butcher Gang being the big climax of the teaser trailer is that they're on the side of Bendy. Think back to Chapter 3 one more time. One of the tasks that Alice Angel gives us is defending her against an attacking onslaught of Butcher Gang members. That battle of allegiances is further supported by that chapter's ending. Remember, this was the one and only part of the original game that had an actual decision point involved. You could either go the demon route or the angel route. It literally changed nothing about how the chapter played out except for the final image that you were shown at the end of the chapter. With the demon route showing you a particularly interesting one. It showed you Bendy leading the charge of an army of searchers and Butcher Gang members. They're aligned. They are on the same team. And so now let's look back at this new game's teaser one more time and how it mentions choice. It specifically says that we can
walk with angels or cower before demons.
Cower before demons or walk with angels. Ladies and gentlemen, we are picking sides. So putting all of this evidence together, here is my prediction for this new game. Whoever this observer is, he's reactivating the ink machine. Probably the one that's currently laying dormant in Joey Drew's house. In doing so, it has the potential to change the course of Henry's story. This isn't a prequel or a sequel, it's yet another iteration of that gameplay loop. The 414th iteration of that loop, except this time, things might change based on our decisions. Based on who we decide to align with, the path of the demon or the path of the angel. And that in turn will dictate how this whole loop plays out. And along the way, hopefully, we learn just a little bit more about these Butcher Gang members. Who knows, maybe we'll learn who that Tommy gun belonged to. And perhaps, in the end, we'll finally be able to escape the ink wheels once and for all. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Me disappear into a puddle of ink. Make it happen, editors! Did I do it? Did I disappear into a puddle of ink?
No, you gotta
did
put
you
it in the
see me?
trash can.
It's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of hey Vsauce.
Matt, this was pretty well made. I'll probably look back at it and find a lot of stuff I'm gonna find wrong. In the last episode, I was tearing it down a little bit, and he apologized for part of it. But this thing sounds like a real good start. Let's just not repeat the same pattern we had last time. Good theory at the start, and every crappy theory at the end of it. So, let's not repeat that cycle, please. I'd like a day where I can clap very loudly, scream childily, and yell, "Yeah! MatPat did a Bendy theory that didn't suck!" And that's... Now, to be fair, I'm a fan of MatPat's channel, but if I can spot weak points and weak evidence, yeah, you can bet I'm gonna call that theory sucking. So, it begins, huh? This is just friendly, by the way. But in all seriousness here, I really liked it, and I hope to see more. So, congratulations, Maddie. This theory didn't suck. To my standards. I went through AP seminar, so I can tell when something sucks or not, so. I really enjoy this, and I would like to see more theories from you about this thing in the future. Plus, Bendy ain't gonna end. As popular as it is, it's probably gonna be the next FNAF, so might as well have a new Bendy theory for next week. But with all that said, I hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Giant Gaming Kid from Gaming, and thank you for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!